Welcome to this June 1st edition of What's Happening in Crypto, broadcasting from New Zealand with your host, the Crypto Lark, brought to you by the good folks over at Cryptonews.com. Bitcoin, $7,489. It was worth a different price yesterday. It's probably going to be worth a different price tomorrow, too. And next week, and the month after that. And I want that to be the lead-in to our top story of the day. Bitcoin could be extinct by the year 2118, says Robert Schiller. Really? 2118? Fascinating. It's so easy to make predictions about Bitcoin, especially if you're going out to 2118, because Robert Schiller will have been long gone by that point. So if he is right, then they'll say Yale economist predicted back in 2018 that 100 years later Bitcoin will be extinct, and there it goes, folks, just like the dinosaurs. I can see it being extinct right now. But if it doesn't happen, nobody cares. Nobody remembers. It's completely irrelevant. To try and predict where Bitcoin's going to be in 100 years is incredibly difficult. And yet, we seem to love to make price predictions, don't we? People are always throwing around numbers, and hey, we throw around a few numbers on the show here too, just for fun. I made a video a few months back talking about the $1 million price prediction for Bitcoin, and of course we have the McAfee Johnson eating line for the Bitcoin price, and you know, a lot of people are throwing around different numbers. Tom Lee from Fundstrat says $25,000 by the end of the year. Datadash says $50,000 by the end of the year. Basically, throw a number in the air and see who's right at the end of the day with Bitcoin price predictions. The losers, whoever didn't get the number right, nobody will remember about that. And if you happen to be the one who gets the number right, then all praise and rewards go to you. But it's completely inexact science, and to make these kind of long-term predictions on the price of Bitcoin, outside of just being for fun, kind of don't really add a lot of value. If you're investing in Bitcoin, the fundamental analysis of what Bitcoin is and what it can offer to the world, it should be really your focus point, because the reality is we can get stuck in a bear market for quite a long time. The alternative reality is that there is a whole giant market going on out there of over-the-counter Bitcoin trades that are being bought up by institutions, and that stuff isn't causing any kind of ripple effect on the market because it's all happening OTC. Big banks are buying it straight from companies like Genesis Mining or Bitfury or Bitmain. It's not going across the exchanges, guys. And so it's not moving the markets like you would expect it to be moving the markets. And so there's all this stuff going on, and these guys aren't buying up giant piles of Bitcoin just for fun. No, they're buying it up because they understand the fundamental value of it. So something to keep in mind. But hey, for fun, Bitcoin price prediction, $1 bazillion. No, okay. Let's go on to our next story of the day. Cryptocurrency exchange Huobi expanding to Brazil. Fantastic news for Brazil, in my opinion. I think it's really great to see more people taking the Brazilian market seriously. It's a giant country. I'm surprised that there hasn't been more of a focus on exchanges trying to get into Brazil. I know Southeast Asia in the cryptocurrency sphere usually gets a lot of attention. East Asia in general, but also Southeast Asia. But South America, such a big market, such an underserved market, I feel, by cryptocurrencies. I feel like there's so much demand for it there, and I think we're only going to see that demand continuing to grow as more services are offered to allow people to easily access cryptocurrencies. Bittrex, speaking of letting people access cryptocurrencies, Bittrex has landed a deal to help customers buy Bitcoin with dollars. This has been a key feature missing from Bittrex for a long time. So really great to see it coming to fruition without a doubt. China's President Xi says blockchain part of the new technological revolution. The new generation of information technology represented by artificial intelligence, quantum information, mobile communication, Internet of Things, and blockchain is accelerating breakthroughs in its range of applications. Nice. Of course, we have so many projects which have come out of China. Some of the ones that are the most popular projects in crypto have come out of China. Neo, Matrix, Tron, on and on goes the list, of course. Hong Kong official rules out plan for central bank digital currency. A fascinating story coming out of Hong Kong, of course. It would make sense for the banks in Hong Kong to be issuing out digital currencies, but I think Beijing still has quite a strong sway over what's happening in Hong Kong. And with the recent moves of Beijing against digital currencies overall, an unsurprising move, although maybe we will see a change on that in the future. Vermont governor signs bill clearing way for blockchain companies, a bill allowing for the creation of so-called blockchain-based limited liability companies. Curious development without a doubt. Refreshing to see more and more states and jurisdictions globally taking positive steps to welcome in cryptocurrency and blockchain-related businesses. Of course, Vermont is one of the places where there is a test city running for the Proppy project, which is pretty cool. The Polish government, Poland's been in the news a lot recently. Polish government invites BitBay to join a working group in the same week that BitBay has to leave Poland and go to Malta because Polish banks won't cooperate with BitBay. Crazy situation, guys. Hackers demand $1 million in XRP after bank data theft. This could be an interesting new thing for hackers or for bank robbers. I can just imagine there'll be at some point a bank robber walks into a bank with a gun. Give me all your XRP. Disillusioned token investors demand real talk about risk. This is a good article, and I think it's so true with ICO investing, because the reality is for a lot of ICOs and a lot of tokens that are out there, white papers are not really business plans. In fact, the majority of them aren't even close to business plans. They're just idea papers, really. The risks involved in cryptocurrency investing are real. We all know that, but it would be nice to see more of these projects saying, hey, here's the real risks involved in investing in our project. And some white papers really give a good outline of that. And my hat off to all those companies who take their investors' money more seriously than some other ones. But it's also on us to an extent as investors to demand more of the projects that we are going to be investing in. U.S. inventor of Beats headphones applies to the SEC for a $300 million ICO. Because why not $300 million? I'm surprised he didn't go for $400 million. Would make just as much sense. The embattled headphone manufacturer Monster Products Inc. has applied to U.S. regulators to launch a giant $300 million initial coin offering. So many companies are doing this. If your company is struggling, throw an ICO, raise a bunch of money. Do you need to deliver something later on? Meh, maybe. See what happens, I suppose. So many mainnets, guys, it's crazy. The Oyster mainnet, now online. The Tron mainnet, it's awake. Tron has awakened. Null's public testnet, going on June 1st, of course, later in the day. Sonam, also public testnet open. And we have another 10 coming in the next month. So it'll be a very exciting time for seeing a lot of these projects actually kicking off. It's been an outstanding week for Limpo, getting listed over on ETHFinex, but also partnering up with the Dallas Mavericks. Wow. I think this is one of the things that I was thinking about during my research for Limpo is, you know what they really need is like a major sports team or someone like that to come on board, and it's going to add so much publicity and legitimacy to the project overall. And here we go. They got the Dallas Mavericks. Rock and roll. IOTA teams up with DNBASA, Norway's largest financial services group and one of the largest in the Nordic region overall. They'll be working together to help innovation in the machine economy and decentralized data marketplaces. More great partnerships for IOTA, which is always a good thing. That's all from the Crypto Lark for today. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.